Nigri ni Wawanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, mother nature, mother earth. In the name of the true begotten son, Matthew 123, Imanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the gods. Kiswahili, Tau Babel, Kunta Kinte, man's first tongue. Aman Kutoka, you peace from above. How you doing? Good to be here. Big Book of Life. Kiri Bucha, Uzima. Reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel. Agano, Jipya, Ya, Emmanuel. Reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 7. Then the high priest said, are these things so? And he said, brethren and fathers, listen. The gold of glory appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Haran. And to him and said to him, get out of your country. Excuse me. Chapter 7. Then the high priest said, are these things so? And he said, brothers and fathers, listen. The God of glory appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Haran, and said to him, get out of your country and from your relatives and come to a land that I will show you. Then he came out of the land of the Chaldeans and dwelt in Haran. And from there, when his father was dead, he moved him to this land in which you now dwell. And God of gods gave him no inheritance in it, not even enough to set his foot on. But even when Abraham had no child, he promised to give it to him for possession and to his descendants after him. But God of gods spoke in this way, that his descendants would dwell in a foreign land, and that they would bring them into bondage and oppress them 400 years. One more time. And the nation to whom they will be in bondage, I will judge, said God of gods. And after that, they shall come out and serve me in this place. Then he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begot Isaac and circumcised him on the 8th day. And Isaac begot Yaakov, and Yaakov begot the 12 patriarchs. And the patriarchs, becoming envious, sold Joseph into Egypt, but God of gods was with him and delivered him out of all his troubles, and gave him favor and wisdom in the presence of Pharaoh, king of Asia, and he made him governor over Asia and all his house. Now a famine and great trouble came over all the land of Asia and Canaan, and our fathers found no sustenance. But when Jacob heard that there was grain in Asia, he sent out our fathers first. And the second time Joseph was made known to his brothers, and Joseph's family became known to the Pharaoh. Then Joseph sent and called his father Jacob and all his relatives to him, 75 people. So Jacob went down to Asia, and he died, he and our fathers. And they were carried back to Shechem and laid in a tomb that Abraham bought for a sum of money from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem. But when the time of the promise drew near, which God of gods had sworn to Abraham, the people grew and multiplied in Egypt. Till another king arose who did not know Joseph. This man dealt treacherously with our people and oppressed our forefathers, making them expose their babies so that they might not live. At this time, Moses was born and was well pleasing to God of gods, and he was brought up in his father's house for 3 months. But when he was set out, Pharaoh's daughter took him away and brought him up as her own son. And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and was mighty in words and deeds. Now, when he was 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit the brethren, the children of Israel. And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended and avenged him who was oppressed and struck down the Egyptian. For he supposed that his brethren would have understood that gold would deliver them by his hands, but they did not understand. And the next day he appeared to two of them as they were fighting, and tried to reconcile them, saying, Men, you are brethren. Why do you wrong one another? But he who did his neighbor wrong pushed him away, saying, Who made you a ruler and a judge over us? Do you want to kill me as you did the Egyptian yesterday? Then at this saying, Moses fled and became a dweller in the land of Midian, where he had 2 sons. And when 40 years had passed, an angel of the God appeared to him in a flame of fire in a bush in the wilderness of Mount Sinai. When Moses saw it, he marveled at the sight, and as he drew near to observe, the voice of the God of gods came to him, saying, I am the God of gods of your fathers, the God of gods of Abraham, the God of gods of Isaac, and the God of gods of Jacob. And Moses trembled and dared not look. Then the God of gods said to him, Take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt. I have heard their groaning and have come down to deliver them. And now come, I will send you to Egypt. This Moses whom they rejected, saying, Who made you a ruler and a judge, is the one God sent to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hands of the angel who appeared to him in the bush. He brought them out after he had shown wonders and signs in the land of Asia and in the Red Sea and in the wilderness 40 years. This is that Moses who said to the children of Israel, the God of gods, your God, will raise up for you a prophet like me from your brethren. Him you shall hear. This is he who was in the congregation in the wilderness with the angel who spoke to him on Mount Sinai, and with our fathers, the one who received the living oracles to give to us, whom our fathers would not obey, but rejected, and back in their hearts they turned back to Asia, saying to Aaron, make us gods to go before us. As for this Moses who brought us out of the land of Asia, we do not know what has become of him. And they made a calf in those days, offered sacrifices to the idol, offered sacrifices to the idol, and rejoiced to the idol, and rejoiced in the works of their own hands. Then God turned and gave them up to worship the host of heaven, as it is written in the book of the prophets. Did you offer me slaughtered animals and sacrifices during 40 years in the wilderness, O house of Israel? You also took up the tabernacle, a Moloch, and the star of your God, Rampan, images which you made to worship, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. Our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he appointed, instructing Moses to make it according to the pattern that he had seen, which our fathers, having received it in turn, also brought with Joshua into the land possessed by the Gentiles, whom God drove out before the face of our fathers until the days of David, who found favor before God of gods and asked to find a dwelling for the God of gods of Jacob. But Solomon built him a house. However, the Most High does not dwell in tabernacles made with hands, as the prophet says, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will you build for me, says the God of gods, or what is the place of my rest? Has my hand not made all these things? You stiff-necked and uncircumcised in your heart and ears, you always resist the Holy Spirit as your fathers did, so do you. Which of the prophets did your fathers not persecute? And they killed those who foretold the coming of the just one, of whom you now have become the betrayers and murderers, who have received the law by the direction of angels and have not kept it. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed at him with their teeth. But he, being full of the Holy Spirit, gazed into heaven and saw the glory of God, and Imanuel standing at the right hand of God, of gold, and said, Look, I see the heavens open, and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of gold. Let me say it again. Verse 56. Look, I see the heavens opened, and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of gold. Son of Man. Then they cried out with a loud voice, stopping their ears, and ran at him with one accord. And they cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at the feet of a young man named Saul. And they stoned Stephen as he was calling on God of God and saying, Emmanuel, receive my spirit. Then he knelt down and cried out with a loud voice. Chapter 7, Acts of the Acts of the Apostles. Chapter 7, verse 51. You stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, you always resist the Holy Spirit as your fathers did. So do you. One more time. That's because y'all keep looking at that J, but you keep calling it G. You keep looking at that J and calling what you don't see. Like verse 9, and the patriarchs becoming envious sold Joseph into Egypt, but God was with him. His brothers sold him into Egypt, but God was there all the time. Never turned his back on Joseph, because Joseph wound up being running things. And then he killed that man, but he killed it to honor what he thought was his brother. But it wasn't his brother, but it was his brother, but it wasn't his brother. And he had great fear within himself. That's why he had to go. But God of gods took him to the mountain and spoke to him alone. I am the God of your fathers. I am the God of gods of your fathers, the God of gods of Abraham, the God of gods of Isaac, and the God of gods of Jacob. And Moses trembled and dared not look up. One more time. If you pay attention to what I'm saying and follow my lead, I keep telling you, just like he said about a new land, he said they're gonna be in the new land one more time. And they're not gonna want to understand because they're so busy, don't want to hear what his chosen ones have to say. One more time. Verse 56. Look, I see the heavens open and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of gold. One more time. The Son of Man standing at the right hand of gold. Not the Son of Gold, the Son of Man. One more time. You're going to be in a new land. We're in a new land. You're going to have all these fake, foreign goals. One more time. Imanuel, to break the spell. That's all I know. That's the best thing I can tell you. Matthew 1, 2, 3. Put your faith in he who sent me, and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to expound upon the book of life. I'm going to teach the book of life because by his authority, I'm allowed to add and subtract because of this, the book of life. His authority, do I do what I do? His authority for, Acts 5:30. God raised up Emmanuel, not no Jesus. God raised up Emmanuel, whom you murdered by hanging on a tree. One more time. Their God, Jesus, was hung on a cross. One more time. Free your mind and your ass will follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. Looking up and honoring him who dwells in heaven. What did he say? You cannot make a tabernacle. Verse 48. However, the Most High does not dwell in tabernacles made with hands, as the prophets said. Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. One more time. Tabernacles are made to honor gold, but it's not made for gold. Trip seas, cool, gone, collected, www, whole wide world. In the name of Emmanuel, free your mind, and your ass will follow. Don't be a stiff-necked, uncircumcised of the mind. Don't be a stiff-necked, uncircumcised of the mind. Free your mind in the name of Emmanuel. Matthew 1:23, Kiswahili. One more time. Nigri ni mwanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, Matthew 1:23, whose name means God with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigri, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, land of the gods, Kiswahili, Kunta Kinte, man's first tongue. Amani Kutoku, peace from above. Enjoy your week, the rest of the week, because it's hump day. Enjoy the rest of the week. In the name of Emmanuel, Matthew 1, 2, 3.